with injuries, with guys missing time. Duke Johnson is somebody that a lot of fans are excited about, and the Browns were very excited about him too, but he missed 3 preseason games. He played in about 10 snaps during the preseason, missed a big chunk of training camp. What do the Browns expect for him on Sunday? Is he going to have the kind of role that they envisioned a couple of months ago? And is it fair for the Browns to ask him to do a bunch on Sunday?
Well, I think the concussion might put a little bit of a monkey wrench into those plans. I think that they'll have to kind of take it a little bit easy with him and just kind of make sure that he's not overdoing it right away. So I think they're going to have to monitor it. I think they will use plenty of Isaiah Crowell and sprinkle in as much Duke Johnson as they can. Now, they would love to use Duke as their featured back, right from the start and keep it rolling and let him get the hot hand and see what he can do. But I think they're going to have to proceed with a little bit of caution. He's still a rookie, and he's missed a ton of time. So we'll see how it plays out.
Now, Mary Kay, obviously they are thin at running back. There's these rumors about Monty Ball out there. Is he a guy that they're interested in? Is he a guy that they could add anytime soon?
Well, I had been, I've been kind of trying to stay on top of the Monty Ball thing for a while, and I all throughout this process I have heard that, nothing is imminent. They have checked into it. They have inquired, but it didn't seem like there was going to be anything happening right away. But, that can change on a dime, depending on how they, how everybody came through practice yesterday, if they feel Sean Drone would be ready to go. I think it kind of comes down to that. I mean, do they think that they can get what they need out of promoting Sean Drone from the practice squad, or do they need to go out and sign a Monty Ball? He's got other options, and also it might be more prudent for him almost to wait and see if anybody gets injured this week, because then he has even more leverage. So I don't know if there's any sense of urgency on either side for that, but they definitely have to have a third back on the roster.
Mary Kay, have they seen Monte Ball play since he left Wisconsin? I mean, in talking to people around the NFL, in your contacts, do people think that he can play at this level?
Well, he was injured last year, and he had, he did some okay things in his rookie year, and John Elway was fairly complimentary of him when they thought they were having him on the 53-man roster. But he only averaged 2.1 yards per carry in the preseason. Now, some of that is opportunity. And, it's not like they're rushing out to sign him, no pun intended. They're giving it some thought. They've checked into it. And, really, when you think about it, he was a second-round pick, only in 2013. I would have to think that there's somebody out there that might think, and he averaged over 4 yards per carry as a rookie. So, there might be somebody out there willing to give him a chance that saw last year as maybe an injury situation.
Another guy, of course, that a lot of people are curious about. We still haven't seen him catch a pass in a game, Terrell Pryor, but there is a lot of intrigue, and the Browns did put that Wildcat on tape against the Chicago Bears. How do you expect the Browns will use Pryor on Sunday?
Well, first, he has to be active, and who knows for sure if he even will be. We will probably not know that until game day. We will talk to John DeFilippo a little bit later this afternoon, not too far from now, actually, and try to, kind of get a handle on that. I think they should activate him, but as you guys know by now, I've been really in Terrell Pryor's corner. I think they need playmakers on this team and guys that you can find something to do with where they can make plays. And sure, he is an unknown, but you can do different things with him. You can do the Wildcat. You can, do, other kinds of trick plays off end arounds and things like that. Heck, even line him up in the backfield and let him run the football if need be. So I think they should activate him, and I think they should find some things for him to do.
Mary Kay, just looking at this game, it's on the road, it's week 1, it's the way that the Browns are going to kick off the 2015 season. How important is this game from the Browns' standpoint, and how much of an emphasis do you sense that the Browns players and the Browns coaches are putting on this game and getting off to a good start this year?
Well, obviously they're putting a tremendous premium on it, and I do believe, and I haven't looked up the stat lately, but when you start the season 0-1, your chances of making the playoffs decrease dramatically, and when you go to 0-2, it goes kind of sky high from there. So it's obviously very important to get off to a good start. The other thing is they've got a little easy stretch here in the first 3 games, and they need to build a little bit of, they need to stash some chips away here, some victories. So if they can do well in these first 3 games, that gives them a little bit of leeway going forward. They've got to win, probably 2 out of these first 3 to feel good about the first part of the season.
Mary Kay, now a lot of people have talked about Josh McCown and really what to expect out of him this season. In your mind, what are realistic expectations for this guy? 36 years old, coming off an awful season in Tampa Bay. What can we realistically expect out of him?
Well, I think you can realistically expect solid, middle-of-the-pack quarterback play from him this season is what I would be expecting. Solid, not spectacular, gets the job done, tries not to turn the ball over, shows better mobility than people think, a little bit of better arm strength than people think, but you have to have the playmakers and the weapons around you. When he was throwing 13 touchdown passes and only 1 interception in Chicago in 2013, he had Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey. So, it's just a matter of who's going to be there for you. And, he's going to need some guys to step up, I know he'll spread the ball around, but you kind of still need that go-to guy. And I don't know if he's got that guy yet. Obviously, they've had issues with Dwayne Bowe all preseason. I think Gary Barnes is a little bit underrated as a pass catcher. So I think he'll make some plays. Maybe Travis Benjamin can come through on some go routes and use his speed, Taylor Gabriel. But when it comes to, going up and getting the ball in the red zone or the end zone, they need to identify those guys.
Mary Kay, the Browns have poured gobs of resources in trying to improve the defense over the last couple of years, whether it be in the draft or free agency. There's so much conversation about whether the Browns are going to take that next step on defense. They want to be an aggressive, defensive-minded team. What needs to happen for this unit to take that step defensively and approach the caliber of some of the other elite teams out there?
Well, I think they have to be able to stop the run this year, and it's going to be all hands on deck. And if Danny Shelton is as good as he has looked in preseason, the times that we've seen him flash and really kind of just look, I don't want to say dominant, but there's times where he has really looked like he's getting to kind of push and taking on the double blockers that you would expect. I do think that they will take a step up that way. I've seen good things from Xavier Cooper too, and then you're going to have the guys in the secondary, the safeties and the cornerbacks pitching in on run defense. I'm sorry, there's somebody. There's a lot of beeping going on over here. But anyway, so I really do think that that's the place where they need to become an elite defense. And the other thing is forcing more turnovers. They're okay in the interceptions, but they've got to punch the ball out more and recover more fumbles.